Darren Moore, I'm sure will want to have a good start to his management career at Huddersfield. 1-1 draw against Coventry, now against Town. 2 tough tests so far for him.
Yeah, look, I think you guys are going to win this. I just think I think you're a really good team. I really like your manager. I think you're building something, and I think you're just further along your development than we are at the moment. That's and I think even if Neil was here, I think we'd struggle. I just think you've got the firepower. We don't score many goals, so yeah, I know it's a bit pessimistic to kind of look at defeat, but that's how I see it. I think Darren Moore, he can be quite defensive. We saw that in the first half against Coventry. Obviously, it's difficult because he only had one training session before that game, so it's kind of hard to judge. But I think this is another one where maybe, like I say, I've said this on our podcast. I think you guys will win this, and then I think it might actually be quite good for us, so we can have a look at what our shortfalls are and what our weaknesses are. But yeah, in that first half against Coventry, we were quite defensive. I'd imagine something similar, and then we completely changed in the second half. And we're on the attack, and I just think it's about keeping, trying to limit, because we're not gonna outscore you. I think that's the thing. So if you score 2, you're going to win the game. It's as simple as for me. So I think it's I think your Ipswich fans will be quite frustrated. I think we'll try and stink out the place like we did under Neil. And, just Lee Nichols, who I touched on earlier, is a master in the dark arts, shall we say. So, he loves a wind up, and I'm sure he'll, if it is 0-0, or let's say we've scored from a set piece or whatever, I think a few Ipswich fans might be red in the face with him, because he one of them, if he's not on your team, he's very annoying. So yeah, I think it's about containing you guys. I'd argue, although we're down there, our defense is probably, our keeper's probably our strongest bit. So it's about keeping you guys out, really, because we've just not got the firepower at the moment.